Yesterday, Arnie, we were talking about some lawsuit that was pissing all of us off, and you made the comment referring to all these people being oversensitive that no one can feel bad or excluded in this country anymore. And it's an ongoing theme with us. You know, you get no matter what we talk about, people get upset, whether it's race. Well, how come we can have the black American beauty pageant, but you can't have the white American, right? Whether it's politics or religion. You know, why is it's okay now for non-religious zealots, for anti-religious zealots to be out there, but if you're a religious zealot, you can't be, right? If you're a Christian, you're bad right now, because it goes in cycles.
I know,
but
it's horrible.
If you hate religion, you're good right now. It goes and it goes and it goes.
Well, if you're a Christian, you've been bad for thousands of years. Do we not remember feeding the Christians to the lions?
Well, the Crusades were an interesting time in our history. Now, in Vermont, let's think about this. We agree that sexes are different, right? Men and women are different? And should be? Do we agree on that?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it good, I pose this question honestly, is it good for women to have things women do and men to have things men do?
Yes.
Okay. Now, I'm not talking about, like, you know, going to a sporting event. If you're a woman and you like that, that's okay.
I don't want any guys shopping with me.
Well,
that is my time and my lady time.
But it's okay for guys to go to the mall and shop.
Sure.
Okay. Right? I mean, there are those stereotypes. Hey, now be fair. We don't want women at sports, but we let them in.
That's right. You know, I can say the same thing. You know, I don't want you breathing my air.
See, now you're being
you're just being a jerk.
But there are those stereotypical things that, you know, we've come to agree, okay, there's going to be guys that like to shop, there's going to be girls that like to go to sporting events. That's fine.
Okay.
However, there are also still, like, clubs or organizations that are men only or women only. Are those good?
Yes.
Okay. Like elk clubs.
Sure. Yeah.
The Moose Club.
You get your chick sewing clubs or whatever.
Yeah, what do women have? Because I need some help.
I don't know. Now? I don't know. It's a national organization for women.
No,
I don't
that's
know.
a good one.
I don't know.
That's a good one.
What else?
National Organization for Women is more of a political group aimed at, you know, furthering certain advancements for women, but it's only women, right? Okay.
Some women play bunco.
All right.
I don't know if that's a club.
No,
they do, though. I'm like thinking of my married friends. They have like bunco night, and it's just women.
You don't actually join a club.
I don't know.
You know, and with girls, you have the Brownies and the Girl Scouts, and you have the Boy Scouts, right?
Well, are there girls' golf clubs?
Shut up.
Okay.
We've made our point. Now, do we agree that those things are good?
Yes.
Girl Scouts good?
Yeah.
Should a boy be in the Girl Scouts?
No. Heck no. It's Girl Scouts or Brownies. That's for girls.
Now, you know, we started this 10 years ago. We started putting girls in Boys Little League.
Oh, which was the worst? Did you ever play with a girl?
No, God, no.
There was a girl on one of my teams. It was funny. One of my redneck friends, Jimmy Baker, big old redneck. This girl was on the team, and her name was Ashley. And I didn't know any better. You know, I'm a stupid, 10-year-old kid, and I didn't know Ashley was mainly a girl's name. I thought of the dog, Ashley Whippet. You remember those commercials where they would throw the Frisbee up and the dog would catch it?
Sure.
Well, I thought, Ashley, I didn't think anything of it.
Oh, let him make his point. I don't know.
So she's on the team, and they're calling roll, Ashley something. And she says, here, and she looked like a little boy.
Really?
I didn't know any different. And Jimmy goes, Ashley, that's a girl's name. And she goes, well, I'm a girl, you big stupid. I'm like, oh, we got a chick on the team.
How was she?
She sucked.
Right. And a lot of people said, oh, come on, you're kids, you're sports. Well, that's where it started. And now, in Vermont, a woman is going to court because she wants to become a moose.
What?
Watch the Flintstones, Loyal Order of Buffaloes. Remember that group Fred and Barney belonged to? Okay. That was a parody of elk clubs, Shriners clubs, and moose clubs across the country. They're national. There's one in almost every town. And they're all men clubs.
Yeah.
They're groups where men get together and act like guys.
Yeah.
You drink. You watch TV.
You fart, burp.
Smoke cigars.
And all these groups, don't they have, ladies' auxiliaries?
Not all of them.
Okay.
To be fair, not all of them.
And you don't need to have it.
No.
You don't need to have the counter for,
I think ladies' auxiliaries is something that was created to make certain women feel better. I don't think that's even necessary. I think Dawn's right. It's a men's group.
Let them have it.
Right. Well, not this girl. Susan Lawler is challenging the tradition that allows only men to have memberships in the Loyal Order of Moose.
Oh, God.
Her complaint against the fraternal organization says that she attempted to become a member of the club on several occasions. But she was not allowed to apply because, son of a bitch, she's a woman.
Yeah, you have boobs.
The complaint even quotes the organization's bylaws, which state that full membership is available only to men over 21 years of age. That's what the group is designed to do. She says, however, that's discriminatory.
Oh, shut up.
And she's using race in her example, saying this is no different than country clubs that didn't allow blacks to play in their country clubs 30 years ago.
Really?
Yes, how do African Americans feel about that? The suit claims that excluding women merely because they are female is discrimination and violates something called the Fair Housing and Public Accommodations Act, which I've never heard of. Lawler hopes the court will permanently prevent the lodge from restricting its membership to men, not just in Vermont, but nationwide.
Oh, no.
Come on.
No.
You know what this is going to do, don't you? It's either A, going to have all the people that have been turned down, because they do turn people down,
Yes, they
men,
do.
you know, and we've stated on this show how everybody has quirks. Men who have been turned down now will sue these clubs because they didn't get in. Now they're letting a woman in, which will lead to the eventual dismembering of all these groups.
Right, and that's so wrong.
This is so wrong.
Comments at 888-390-9850. Hi, Kevin.
Hey,
Hey.
yeah, I'm from Rio Linda, and I was a member of the Loyal Order of the Moose, and they had the Loyal Order of the Women there in Rio Linda.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Okay, well, they must not have it in Vermont.
Or maybe that's not good enough for her. Maybe she doesn't
No.
want to be with other women. You know, maybe I don't know this woman. I've never seen her on TV. Maybe she's a tomboy. She likes to hang out with guys.
Too bad.
Kevin, what do you do in the Moose?
what are you doing, Moose? Well, when I used to drink, all we did was drink beer and have fun.
Okay. So it's like getting together with your friends, only you have a Moose club.
Yeah, it's the Moose Club, and you know, after work, you go and have a couple pitchers of beers, and you know, they have breakfast and food there, and
Play some pool.
some pool, darts, and had a good old time.
Basically, a bunch of guys got together like 100 years ago and said, hey, this is a lot of fun. Why don't we do it at a specific place where now back then I'm sure they said, where no broads will be around. Well, it's no different than going to a sports bar. These guys just want to be with each other.
You know what? That's even fine. No broads are there. I mean, get over it already.
Jeez.
You know, I mean, if you're saying that word out of spite and hatred, that's one thing. But, you know, if you're just a bunch of guys, hey, I have to get away from the broads, you know, and you're just saying it in fun, who cares? I mean, let guys have this time together. You sure as hell, whatever women's clubs there are, you don't want a man to join it. This is your time, you know, because we are different. It's your time to yuck it up and laugh with people that are really, you know, just like you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
See, I don't even think she wanted to join the club. I think she's just trying to make a statement. She's one of these people that has to, you know, throw a monkey wrench in the whole cog. She has to be the person that stands up and says, this is not right. We need to let everybody in this club.
And why would she want to? It's not going to, you know what I mean? She's going to show up to hang out, and they're not going to want her there. They're not going to act like they normally do. They're going to ignore her. I hope they do.
It's one of those, but she's one of these people that won't go to hang out. She just wants something named after her. She wants to be a trailblazer, if you will, for women.
Hello, Casey. Good morning.
Marty, Dawn said she shouldn't be let in because she had boobs. Well, most of the guys there have them, too.
Well, good point. Hi, Kevin. Go ahead.
Hey, good morning, guys. How you doing?
What's up, Skillet?
Hey, I love your show, by the way.
Thank you.
I've been a member of the Moose for 9 years. My family's been in it for about 40. This organization supports an orphanage, and it's actually called Moose Hut, Illinois. And there's also a retirement called Moose Haven in Florida. Now, this is an organization that was based and founded by men, so they only allow the men. It's a tradition thing. But they do have an auxiliary called Women of the Moose, and it never, ever denies them. So there's an enrollment process they have to go through. You know, you've got Masons that, hell, Masons check your credit background. So, I mean, it's one of those gigs where let us have our thing, you know?
Yeah.
It's not like it's not like it's an organization that's not supporting something good.
Right. All right. Thank you.
Isn't Vermont
Nuts.
Well, aren't they already or is that Massachusetts? It's already leading the way with like same-sex marriages. I mean, they just seem to be more open to this. You know what I mean?
Vermont's crazy. It's we're the only state in the country where both senators are independents. You know, they're weirdos.
See, I'm just afraid that because of, you know, how they look upon things, are so open to everything that they'd like let this pass.
Yeah, there's too much snow there. It's very strange. No, a lot of people are worried about it. That's why it's a national story. I think you're absolutely right. And you know, to me, this is the only difference there is there's a club attached, but this is no different than if you have what Dawn was referring to, those once-a-week bunco games where it's all girls. I mean, what's the difference? A Moose Club, you go to a privately leased or owned space, a club, privately leased or owned, with a bunch of people you've chosen, and you hang out with them. And you don't let anyone you don't like in. That's what you do in a Moose meeting. What's the difference between that and going to your apartment or home, privately leased or owned area, with 5 or 6 of your female friends or guy friends and playing a game? And not letting people you don't know. There's no difference to me, except I know they're hiding behind the club thing with this, but come on, let people be.
And don't you have to pay dues?
Yes, you do have to pay.
See, so that to me right there, it's a private organization to where you have to pay to get in, and they can accept money from people who they want to. It's not open to the public.
Yes, I know.
You know, another group I would hate to see this happen with, because they're a funny group of guys. You know what I mean? They do like a lot for kids, but it's always been the Shriners. Yeah. Do you imagine like in parade, you know, they ride around on those little bikes? They do like a bunch of funny stuff. I don't want to see a bunch of women with them. It's old guy, you know what I mean? This is like, it's a guy thing.
I think the Shriners do amazing work, but they're all nuts.
I know.
They really are crazy old men. Hi, Jan. Good morning.
Hey, how you doing?
What's up, buddy?
Hey, I just wanted to make a comment. You know, people like this are the reason that we have all these problems. Now, pretty soon everything's going to be trilingual and unisex, and I'm not going to want to whip it out in front of a broad in the bathroom.
Right.
Hi there, Bo. Good morning.
Hey, what's going on?
Was it?
You don't want that bitch in my club?
This sounds like an intelligent phone call. I can't even make out what he's saying.
Yeah.
Hi, Joe. Go ahead, please.
Hey, how's it going, man?
What's up?
Hey, I belong to Moose, and we do a lot of things for charity. And to be honest with you, like on Saturday nights, it's a nice place. My wife comes in every once in a while. It's a nice place for us to go drinking that's local, you know, and hang out with friends. I mean, you know, she gets to go in there every once in a while, and she doesn't have a problem with it. She doesn't want to belong.
Right.
You know?
She likes that, you know, I mean, that's like kind of your own thing, you know, that you do.
You know, so, I mean, and like I said, we do support a lot of charities, and, you know, if somebody in the community gets in trouble with something or they're sick, we try to raise money for them. I mean, so it's not like we're just sitting around doing nothing but drinking.
Hey, you know what? And you don't even, this is what I hate about this woman that's trying to do this. Sir, you don't even have to defend yourself. You know what I mean? It's like they want to come out and defend themselves that we do all this work, you know. You know what I mean? It's almost as if they have to, you know, to let everybody know their resume of good things they do. That they're not just, you know, getting together and buddy-buddy getting drunk. If you were just getting together, buddy-buddy getting drunk, that's still your right as a group of guys to still do that, you know?
You know, I'd like to go up to this lady and ask her what her opinion would be if, you know, my heavy friend who goes to those meetings every once in a while.
Oh, yeah. Right.
What she would think if she were to be at one of those meetings and somebody were to come in there with a bottle of scotch and sit down and start drinking in that meeting. I mean, are you going to deny that person the right to go to that meeting because it's an organization, it's a club, if you will?
You know, that's a good point. You've been asking me to go to these meetings for quite a while. Now, if you're going to let me bring liquor, Arnie, I might go.
My friend's asking you.
Rob, Arnie, and Dawn. The Rob, Arnie, and Dawn Show.